Subscribe to our YouTube channel and press the bell icon to get the latest updates.
I'm in Sao Paulo, Brazil, where the 4th BRICS Media Forum is underway. BRICS is the acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. It has been over a decade since BRICS came into being, and now questions are being asked on how relevant it continues to be in this highly multipolar world. Let's talk to some of the who's who of media who have gathered here from the 4 BRICS countries to know what they have to say. How does the BRIC Media Forum help the member countries?
Ok, o que nós estamos procurando.
So the idea is to strengthen the independent media for the countries of BRICS to be in front of the narrative about these countries and don't let great media groups be in control of this narrative, sometimes misconducted, misexplained, and it's important to this forum to enhance and straighten these ties, to tell the true story of the countries that are members of the BRICS.
Will you also tell me how relevant does he think is BRICS in this present day and scenario in this multipolar world?
Existe uma tendência no mundo de uma
There is a
proteção
tendency in the world of protectionist actions, especially for the dominant countries. So what we trying to achieve here is exactly the opposite. It's to promote the true news, the truth about the countries that are part of the BRICS, to enhance the business and social common benefits for all the countries.
e aumente e diminua a pobreza de cada dos países.
What are the challenges the media is facing in Russia, and how do you think BRICS Media Forum helps, this partnership among the BRIC countries helps that?
I think that one of the main challenges that media faces, not only in Russia but worldwide, is the new digital era. And we must think how we can adopt ourselves to that new challenges. We understand that the consumer and the user will go to the media that will be more attractive and more fast in delivering the news, if we're talking about the news journalism, and is more attractive in terms of presenting more video content, more visual content, and more interactive content.
So you also talked about how the BRICS Media Forum is there to foster partnership and cooperation among the BRICS member countries, but how there is a need for a common voice which can be heard.
Absolutely. The common voice should be heard. We, the 5 BRICS
You think
countries.
It's not being heard right now, or it doesn't has that kind of a presence that it should have?
I think that we, as one of the speakers said, we underestimate our power, and we need to have more closer practical tools to deliver our vision to the rest of the world, and which is more important, to the people of our nations. So people of our nations should understand what BRICS is about, what mission does it have, and what practical results it brings to every person in the country, in every single country of the BRICS nations. And what we face nowadays, that the Western mainstream media very often misrepresents or even presents incorrectly the views and the news from our countries. And that is the biggest challenge for us. And I think that we need to establish a practical mechanism that will allow us to share the information quicker, to deliver our position, to deliver the position of every single country of the BRICS nations, and to deliver the common position of BRICS to the world. Because now we see that many publications in the Western media, they present their own view to their readers, to their audience, and that view is quite often very negative. And we, the BRICS countries, we are not, doing anything harmful to the rest of the world, to the Western countries, including the Western countries. Our agenda is very positive. Our agenda is about the development. Our agenda is about the helping our nations to be more prosperous due to our cooperation, and that is what the BRICS is about. It is not about countering other nations, but very often BRICS is presented in the Western media as a sort of bloc which was invented to counter US or Europe or whatever.
How relevant do you think BRICS is right now in this present day and age, considering a highly multipolar world, and even within the BRICS, there is there is kind of imbalance in the sense that China has moved way forward than the other countries. So do you think that BRICS continues to be relevant and can be used to further the interest?
I think yes, BRICS is viable, and in terms of the imbalance, I would say it is probably an impression of imbalance, maybe because of the scale of the Chinese economy. And nobody doubts that it's the biggest economy in the world, one of the biggest economies in the world, and definitely it contributes more to the BRICS cooperation, and there is nothing unusual in it. I think that the agenda of BRICS and the mission of BRICS is to help each other to find the ways for economic benefits. And it was created and it emerged as an economic forum, as an economic organization with the aim of doing business together. It's just business, not politics. Obviously, when the leaders meet, they have something to say about the world politics, because they are representing big countries and
the five major you can't afford to
absolutely
be
yes, and definitely they have their say, and they have their voice, and they have a common position on numerous issues, including political issues, and that is very important that they gather together and show to the world that they have something practical and very important in terms of keeping the balance in the world, keeping the world multipolar, not unipolar, and giving every nation a chance to say what it wants to say.
I think the BRICS Media Forum is a very important initiative because the nature of BRICS as an organization has been changing over the years. It has started as some kind of a financial organization with focus on international trade, but now as an organization they're looking at people-to-people contact, they're having film festivals, the media cooperation is growing. So I think BRICS is really growing into something very different. In that context, I think the role of media is important because the BRICS countries need to build their own narrative, they need to tell each other's story directly to each other and not through the Western media or not through the Western news agencies. But as you correctly said, the declarations are important, the proposals are important, but now the challenge is how to put these proposals into practice. A lot of things were decided at Cape Town in South Africa last year, and I think we have a very important declaration in Brazil this year. I think challenge in front of the media organizations from BRICS countries is how to put this thing into practicality, how to create their own network, how to establish contacts, and how to share information and views so they're able to build what they're aiming to, and that is a new BRICS narrative for the world. I think BRICS is still very relevant. As I said before, the nature of the group has changed. All the countries are now pushing their own agenda. For example, I think India has been able to brought in the issue of terrorism and national security into BRICS when the BRICS meeting happened in India. When the BRICS group was started, initially there was no talk of such issues. I think all these countries, which are all very important countries, emerging countries, with economic growth happening in China and India, and also to an extent in Brazil and Russia, they're trying to push their own agendas and also trying to find common ground on many important issues, especially issues like climate, also the financial arrangement that we have in the world. So in that context, I think the BRICS group still has a lot of relevance. Of course, there are differences between the countries, the political differences, there can be differences on trade, but by and large, I think collectively they stand as one on very important issues.
I wanted to ask you, how is this BRICS Media Forum coming about, and how does it help media in the 5 emerging economies, considering the fact that the media is going through a lot of transformation?
这个有关于这次论坛的进展的合作，我想我们所有参会的代表都有共同的感受。从昨天上午的金砖国家媒体联合摄影展，到昨天下午的金砖5国的共同主席团的会议，乃至于我们刚刚进行的高端论坛的会议，从各位参会者的发言当中都可以清楚地看到，无论你来自哪个国家，但是大家都表达了一个共同的心声，就是金砖的国家媒体的合作顺应了时代发展的潮流，代表了金砖国家、新兴市场国家、广大发展国家的共同利益，也符合世界各国人民的共同利益。因为金砖国家的发展是这个世界上发展最快的一个力量，代表的人口40%，经济的总量23%，对经济增长的贡献率超过50%。金砖国家有力量，对世界经济的发展就能够起到推动的作用，对世界的稳定就能起到重要的战略作用。
I meant because of the onslaught of digital media, what kind of challenges the traditional media, the newspapers are facing in China?
如果说有挑战的话呢，就是以互联网等新技术为代表的新媒体的发展，对传统媒体的格局、传播方式是有挑战的。但是在挑战当中，实际上也蕴含着机遇。机遇就是传统媒体可以通过跟新媒体的深度融合、一体化发展，来进一步的发展自己。昨天我们在主义单会上，你们贵国的印度教徒报的这个也是共同主席的代表，他讲到他们的报纸发行量1500万份。在纸媒时代，这是一个非常可观的数字。但是在新媒体时代，任何一个 PC 的网站也好，移动的手机移动端也好， 它的受众覆盖面都是数以千万计、数以亿计。比如说新华社，我讲到我们的一个新华网，新华.com，新华社的客户端 APP， 二者相加的用户下载数6个亿。所以我觉得这里面既有挑战，更有机遇，机遇远远大于挑战。当然。
One last question. It's been more than a decade since BRICS came into existence. So, in this highly multipolar world, does he think that BRICS is relevant and BRICS will have its relevance?
其实我第一个问题已经在某种程度上回答了你的问题。金砖，它的经济总量也好，它的代表性也好，都在世界多极化的格局当中和经济化的全球格局当中发挥着不可替代的作用。你没有23%的经济总量的占比，没有40%的50%的经济的贡献率，那你世界经济的增长还能够保持3%、2%、3%？不可能的。中国的经济增长年均6%以上，贵国也在6%以上。你说这个是什么样的对经济的一种拉动？更何况金砖5国的这种团结合作，对整个世界多极化的稳定是非常至关重要的。
This is Moushumi Gupta for ThePrint.